Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Depths of A&R. This is Nerdy, your DM, and welcome to episode 2. We'll start with introductions, starting with the youngest.
I'm Megan, and I play Nazcor.
I'm Banner, and I play Torin.
I'm Michael. People might call me Bowie, and I'm playing as Gaius.
And I'm Haley, and I'm playing as Fate.
Alright, let's get this party started. In the tiny town of Graypond, 4 adventurers catch their breath beside a drying drilling operation. Beads of water pool and drip periodically into a large hole in the rocks beneath the wooden beams of the setup. Bones filled with unnatural life mere minutes ago lie scattered across the ground. Philvin, the dwarven barkeeper of the Black Kegging Kitchen, leans against a warhammer at her side, seemingly having been ready to defend the tavern. She calls out to the 4 runners, "Hey, newcomers! Mr. Hethlor wants to speak with you!" She steps aside and a hooded dragonborn walks out from the bar, towering over the dwarf. Arvel Hethlor, consult to the governor governor of Graypond, lowers his hood and lowers his head respectfully in your direction. His blue scales shine, reflecting the warm light of the torches outside the Black Kegging Kitchen. From his appearance, you would not have guessed his status as a consul, for he wears no expensive decorations or jewels, but rather a simple brown cloak. The Dragonborn lifts his head from his half bow and beckons the 4 of you.
Alright, I'm guessing we all approach him.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You guys walk up, and he reaches out his hand, and tries to shake each of your hands. Do you all shake his hand?
Yeah, he'll have to crouch down to shake mine if he's extra tall, but I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he crouches down.
I'll shake his hand.
Okay. You all shake his hand. He says, "Thank you so much for what you've done here. As you might know, my name is Arvel Hethlor. I'm consult to the governor, and I appreciate what you've done here. I wanted to know if you know anything additional about this. This is obviously a terrifying thing that has just happened here, and I wanted to see if you had any more information. I saw you talking with another runner, perhaps. Did he have any information about the run? Or, I'm sorry, about the raid."
I was going to say something, I forgot what we learned.
Good job.
Just to refresh my own memory, the necromancy stuff started in the west and is spreading east, is that correct?
That's what the runner told you, yes.
Yeah, so I'll relay that to Arvel. We encountered him briefly. He told us that there have been similar attacks in the west and that they've been gradually spreading east.
Spreading east, starting in the west. He kind of crinkles his eyes a little bit, like thinking, that's so strange. We don't have any idea who was behind it? Did the runner say anything more?
He seemed pretty in the dark about the whole thing, just like we are.
That's bizarre. I don't know what Graypond has to offer. Any sort of raiders? We haven't had raiders for quite a while here. He looks kind of lost in thought. He's like, "Well, tell you what, we'll keep examining this, but I want to reward your good deeds. You've done us a huge favor. They could have destroyed the town's operation here. They could have destroyed our income. They could have destroyed everything that we know about life here. So here's what I want to do for you." He kind of reaches into a bag that he's got on him, and he pulls out an envelope, and on it you see a seal. It looks very fancy and official with a bunch of flourishes on it. He said, "This is a letter with the governor's seal on it. I want you to take this to... there's a shop in Hartvader, just to the east. There's a potion shop there called Sip and Dip." And he takes out this paper and pencil, and he scrawls down a note, and he puts it inside this envelope, and he says, "I will get you all free potions there. They may help you in your adventures, in your runner business. I'll get you some free potions. So take this over to the Sip and Dip, and they'll give you complimentary potions." Like I said, it's just to the east, if you haven't been there before.
What town did he say that was in?
Hartvader, I'll put it in the chat.
Darth Vader?
Yeah, the town of Darth Vader, absolutely. Hartvader. He said, "I also want to give you something else." He reaches into his bag again, and he shuffles through a few things before pulling out this gold-colored, looks like a tiny little, not tiny, but a pocket watch type size, and he pulls it out. He said, "This is a Luminarite Wayfinder," and he kind of flips it open. On the inside, and I'm gonna copy this image here because it's helpful, but I will describe it for our audience. He says, "This is a Luminarite Wayfinder. Its face is a compass, northeast, southwest, and then there's the arrow pointing which direction you're facing. And then there, outside of the ring of the compass, there is a clock of sorts. So there's another little arrow pointing to the outside of this, which 12 a.m. is at the top, and then 6 on 6, and then straight down would be 12 p.m. and to the left is 6. So you can kind of see what time it is. Right now it's just after noon. And then he flips out this little part at the bottom of it, and there's this little display that shows the depth that you are at right now in the world. So you can kind of see as your depth would go up or down as you're traveling across the caverns.
Would we be with this item? Like, would this be like an item that's like coveted by runners?
Not necessarily. It would be probably something fairly common that runners would have, but this is quite a fancy one. It looks really well designed. He flips it shut again and flips it over. On the other side, on the back end of this pocket watch looking device, this Wayfinder, is a gold design etched into it, which is the face of a deep, and it's got that design etched into the back. There's my crude little drawing on the design. He says this, as I said, this is made out of luminarite. So if there's a mage among you or a magic user, power this baby up and it'll light your way for you. So not only will it point you in the right direction, cardinal directions, show you the time, show you the depth, and it'll also light your way. I hope it can come in handy. He says, but that's
for the DM.
Yeah.
Sorry. Would we know if the deep wolf is a symbol of something or just like he really likes wolves?
No, you're not quite sure.
Just for my world building brain, how prevalent is like religion in this in Ayanara?
I'm deciding whether I should have you roll for that or not. Yeah, roll me religion.
I rolled a non-natural 20.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's fairly common across, and this is a good time to kind of explain how religion works to our dear listeners. So there are 2 gods in Ayanara. Let me pull up their names so I don't mispronounce them. There is the god of death and destruction, and then there is the goddess of life and creation. The god of death name is Otheros. I'll put that in the Discord. And the goddess of life, her name is Heish. That is Heish. It's not quite that simple, though. There are different variations of these gods that are worshipped by different tribes or people or communities. So, for example, if something is not alive, that could be the water, that could be technology, money, earth, rocks, things like that. Those would all fall under Otheros. Different cultures will worship different aspects of the god. And when they do that, they will put a, what's it called? They'll put a word after the name.
Like a hyphen and then a suffix.
A suffix, that's it. Yep. So they will do the prefix oth for Otheros, and then they'll put a suffix depending on what aspect of him they worship. Same for Heish.
It's still part of that entity. They don't think it's a separate.
Correct. Yes, okay. But they will like very deliberately worship one aspect of the god and not necessarily him as a whole. Same thing goes for Heish, so there could be like plants, animals, certain types of animals, human ingenuity, things like that, things that would be associated with life. You'd have the prefix Hei, Hei, and then you would have the suffix depending on what aspect is worshipped. So that's basically how religion works.
Are those gods kind of like set against each other, or are they both seen as benevolent?
There's a lot of different interpretations. I'm not going to go super deep into this right now just because it doesn't affect the story at this minute.
Sure.
But there's different interpretations of the gods' relationship. He says, "Well, I'll give these to you, and then I'll have you go on your way. I hear you're heading east. Is that right?"
That's the plan.
Good. Well, I suppose it'll be good for you to escape this danger. Like I said, I'd stop at Heart Vader. There's that potion shop there. There's some other shops there as well that you could get set up if you're heading further east. I'm not sure exactly where you're going, but I just want you to know that what you've done here, we are in your depth. We are in your debt here at Graypond. I hope we can someday repay the favor. It was a pleasure meeting you. Let me shake all your hand. Behind you, Orlane walks up. He says, "Well, that was a job well done. I appreciate what y'all did. Are you heading out now? Or are you staying a bit longer?"
I believe the plan was to just head out as soon as possible so we could get ahead of this necromantic plague that seems to be ravaging the area.
Yeah, he kind of scratches his beard. He's like, that's probably for the best. Well, listen, I know things were a little rough in that battle. If you would want to stay another night, kind of sleep off some of your wounds, get some food, water here, put on some bandages. That's totally fine with me. I'd be down to pay for another night for you guys. I mean, you saved the town after all, so least I can do, really. But if you want to be on your way right now, I totally understand that as well. I wouldn't want you to be caught in another wave of this nonsense.
Is there anybody who desperately needs to rest?
If I rested, I could refill my spells, but
I'm fine. I didn't take any hits or lose anything in combat.
Neither did I.
Neither did I.
I'd be fine with going forward. I just won't have any.
How does Nazcor? Is that something that Nazcor's like bringing up to the party, or you're just saying that to us? Obviously, she doesn't phrase it as. Gotcha.
No, she's just listening.
Okay.
If you're not gonna say anything, then I think, I'd say like we're all in agreement.
I think haste makes sense in this situation.
Okay. So you guys decide to head off east toward the town of Heart Vader. Just to put this in perspective, Heart Vader is near the edge of the east of Cardol, which is the kingdom that you're in right now. They call them caverns. So you are in the cavern of Cardol, heading toward the city of Heart Vader. You guys travel on. I guess I should explain this too. So the caverns are mostly big, huge, ginormous open areas of cave. The spots between towns are usually very dark. Of course, made even worse by the Shroud, which is that magical darkness that covers all of Aenara, especially as you get closer to the surface of the world. Cardol is right about smack dab in the middle. As far as the caverns go, there are caverns deeper and there are caverns higher than Cardol. So the Shroud is only somewhat effective here. Tunnels are areas that have usually been dug out between these caverns. They're often very narrow. There's often minecarts used there for transportation of goods. Runners will often use tunnels if they're going between caverns. The tunnels are often dangerous. The caverns can be too, but there's less monster activity because the caverns are more well-traveled. So you guys are currently in a cavern, not a tunnel. You're going east. You travel on for about 12 hours to a day before reaching a place about halfway to Heart Vader. You find a big clearing with a mossy ground. There are a few mushrooms around, and you can see some glowworms climbing in the ceiling of this cave, kind of lighting up the place a little bit. So you can see the nice mossy floor. You can also see the cave around you. It looks like this would be a good spot to rest for a while if you wanted to, or you can keep going. And you do have that Wayfinder? So if any of you want to use magic to kind of power that thing up, it will pierce through the shroud, and be a good source of light for you guys as you're traveling.
Do we know, how close to Heart Vader we are?
Yeah, it's probably about another day's travel.
Okay, so we're like half-ish way?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it probably makes sense narratively for us to take a break.
Yeah. Because how long have we been traveling for?
12 hours to a day, so enough time that it would make sense to stop for a rest.
Yeah.
So you guys are setting up camp there?
Let's do it.
I'm asking the party. Will we be setting watches?
Are we in a town?
You're not in a town.
I can take first watch. And how long do we plan on resting for?
Does 8 hours sound unreasonable?
That was about what I had in mind.
As did I.
You guys decide to rest in the cave. On the kind of mossy ground. You can use it partially as like a cover of sorts or a mattress to sleep on the moss. The night starts off well. You look at your Wayfinder, Torin, and it says that it's just a little bit past midnight as your shift starts. So you are keeping watch. About 4 hours in. Actually, I want you to roll me a d20, just a regular d20.
Unmodified. I rolled an 18.
Okay. All right. Yep. The first 4 hours of the shift pass without a hitch. About 5 hours in, the ground starts trembling.
I'm guessing we would have switched off at that point 2 hours for each person, so who's up?
It's 2 hours for each person? Yeah. So we'll say Fink is up right now.
Watch for 4. Because I sleep 4 hours.
Okay. Yep. So Fink is up right now, and the ground starts shaking around you. The cave starts trembling.
At the 4 hour mark?
Around 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
You all have experienced earthquakes before. Aonara has them every few years. Fink, I want you to roll me a history.
Alrighty, let me get my character a little more.
Hmm.
Alrighty, that is 6+1.
Okay. So, Fink, as the ground starts shaking, like I said, you all have experienced earthquakes before. They happen every so often. You remember a couple things. First, you remember that basically the world of Aonara, the timeline of Aonara, is split up into multiple ages. The current age is the Retribution Age, which was started almost 1,000 years ago. The Retribution Age was named as such because of some sort of expedition to the surface. You're not sure on the exact details or exactly what happened, but history records some sort of expedition to the surface world, and after that expedition, earthquakes started hitting every few years for the past 1,000 years. There were also some other things that happened, some other negative things that made people think that the god of death, Atheros, was angry at the world of Aonara. He was dealing out this retribution, thus the Age of Retribution. So you understand that these earthquakes potentially have something to do with Atheros being mad, or at least have to go along with the current age. This is a bad earthquake. It actually wakes all of you up as the ground continues to shake. You hear things start creaking around you, the stone itself shaking as if it's crying out. The ground underneath you is so unstable you hardly know what's going on, and then you hear a loud crack, and the four of you fall through the moss and slam into the ground about 15 feet below. As you kind of come to, well, you aren't knocked out, but as you kind of collect yourselves and get up, and the ground stops shaking after about a minute or so, you stand up and look around you and find that you are in a room, a constructed room, a square room. The roof above you is completely caved in. There are rocks all around you. None of you were hurt, but you are in a man-made room with a hallway. You look around you and you see, let me pull this up. Okay, so you look around you and you see, as I said, a square room. It's definitely man-made. You see a hallway going east. You also see in the corner a giant vein of luminarite crystal, kind of faintly glowing. It's not being magically activated right now, so its light is very dim, but you can see this ore vein kind of lighting up a little bit. In one of the corners to the northwest, you see a wooden statue just kind of standing there of some guy holding a spear.
Is the spear also wooden?
It is wooden.
Okay. How big is this room, did you say?
I am letting you guys see it now. It's about Right, it's about 25 feet by 20 feet ish.
Okay. I would like to walk over to the statue.
Okay. You may do so.
First, can I look around the room and see if I see any thieves' camp? The camp is a basically just like a language that's exclusive to like rogues that they're able to it'd be for like between kind of criminals like marking territory or making notes. Like, is there any markings that I could depict as thieves' cant around the room?
There are not. You don't see any sort of strange markings around the room. I should have had you roll for that, but there's a freebie.
I just want to check on everybody as we've fallen down and are collecting our senses.
That'd be a good idea.
Is everyone all right? Did we lose anything?
I nod. I'm fine.
I chuck myself down, checking my pockets, checking my hair. I've got all my bugs. We're good.
I'm all clear.
It's a relief, at least.
Haley, you're just like frantically like trying to see
Shaking out
if
my
there's any, like lice in your hair.
Where's Reggie?
While Banner is checking out the statue, I'm just gonna be looking around at the walls for a way back up to where we were.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me.
Jay, you said.
Go ahead. Yep.
I just don't understand the situation with the ceiling. The ceiling collapsed, and we fell down. Is the ceiling now open, or more rocks fell and sealed the ceiling again?
No, the ceiling is open, but there are
Okay.
kind of some medium-sized rocks and some small rocks around you that fell in.
Okay, gotcha.
I should have said, Haley, when you fell in, you understand since this place that you've fallen into is clearly man-made, you understand that something must have happened during the Retribution Age with all these earthquakes and Atheros' punishment on the world to shift this man-made structure underground. It does not seem like it was meant to be underground like this with all the luminarite veins sticking through it and rocks surrounding it. It looks like some sort of cave-in might have happened here
Okay.
before you guys came.
And it's like down the hall that we can see. It just like from where we are, it's just darkness.
Correct. Yep.
As Gaius, I'll ask, who has the Wayfinder?
I believe Fink would have it.
Alright.
Although Fink, do you have any magic, Fink? I think you'd still have it either way, but do you have any magic to activate?
Yeah.
You do.
I'm a
Okay.
cleric.
Oh, that's right.
Currently, I believe I'm the one who can't activate.
I don't know if I can. Doesn't really matter right now. It would probably be to our benefit to have as much visibility as we can right now. If anything's coming this way, we'd want to be able to see it. Would you mind lighting up the Wayfinder?
Can do. And I will. Do I have to spend a spell slot
Nope.
or anything?
Nope. If you just push some magical energy into the Wayfinder, it will start glowing.
Okay. Do so.
Okay.
Does it hold a charge or does it stop if I were to like drop the Wayfinder?
It stops when you...
Okay. I will just keep focusing magical energy into that. I'm guessing I can't cast other spells while I'm focused on this.
Oh, I should have thought of that earlier. I'll say you can, unless it's a ritual, for now.
What about spells that require concentration?
That require concentration, yeah, you probably wouldn't be able to do it while you're concentrating.
Okay.
Okay, you said how much light does it give off, Meg?
Yeah.
So, it works a little bit differently than like a regular torch would. Let me see how much light torches give off, just for reference.
I would also like to say that I believe all of us do have dark vision, so we can see in the dark, just not clearly.
Right. Okay, so torch is 20-foot light, a bright light in a 20-foot radius, and then dim light for another 20 feet. So I'll say that with the Luminarite Wayfinder, you can see an additional feet, so that's about 60 feet in total. Measure that out.
So wait, the Luminite Wayfinder is really bright?
Yes, and not only does it allow you to see like a torch would, but it also pierces the shroud. So whereas with a torch, especially if you're in some of the higher caverns closer to the surface, a torch could like be a 5-foot radius. luminarite would still be this 60-foot.
Oh, okay.
So as you brighten up this luminarite thing, you push your magical energy into the luminarite wayfinder. You see further down the hall, you see more veins of luminarite just stretching through this man-made structure, this underground, whatever it is. Giant boulders of it, veins going up. You also see what appear to be some sort of animal statue heads fixed on the wall very, very far away from you in another room that the hallway leads.
And none of us are familiar with what these animals are? Or would we have to go up and closer to check?
You'd have to get a little bit closer.
Okay. I never actually checked out the statue. Can I do that?
Yeah. Roll me...
It would most likely...
What did you say? You cut out.
It would be investigation would probably be the best check for this.
Okay. Roll me an investigation.
That's a 13.
Okay. For all intents and purposes, it looks like a regular wooden statue. You're not sure what purpose it might serve, and it doesn't really tell you anything more about what this place is.
Was I able to, find any way that we'd be able to climb out?
Roll me investigation. Oh, you rolled it a bunch of times.
Yeah, sorry.
Your first roll was a 4. So no, you kind of look around the rocks around you. That is too high of a distance. You can't think of any way to get back to the top right.
In that case, I'll cast Produce Flame and start looking down the hallway.
Okay. You can if you want to. At this point, it's not really helping you since you're all in a group and the luminarite is brighter than the flame, but you can if you'd like. And if you go off on your own, then of course help you.
Yeah, I will.
Okay.
I'll follow close behind Core.
Okay.
Me too.
As will I.
Okay. So you guys are all walking along. Are you going into the next room? Are you staying in the hallway? Well, I'll say this. As you get closer to the what appear to be those animal statues or whatever they are, you can see that they appear to be some sort of dragon head made out of some sort of marble or other type of...
So we are familiar with what dragons are?
You are.
All right.
None of you have ever seen one, but you've heard about them.
From this position, is our luminarite illuminating more of the cavern?
Yes, let me do that for you. Ouch. Okay. So, as you walk down the hallway into this room with these 3 dragon heads, you can see more of this, not cavern, but this structure opening up to you. So you start in a room that has a hallway, which connects to what appears to be a central room. Stemming off of that central room, aside from the path that you just went down, there are 4 hallways. 1 north, 2 south, and 1 east. Looking down the northern hallway, you can see another one of those weird statues, those wooden statues, and it seems to be right in front of a metallic door with a bunch of bars going across it. You see more of these luminarite veins going across. You don't see anything in the tunnels to the south right now, and to the east, you can see more of the luminarite, another of those dragon head statues, and another wooden head statue. And just to clarify, these dragon head statues are all affixed to the walls, whereas the statues are standing on the floor.
What are the dragon head statues made of, did you say?
Marble.
Marble.
I could light the statue on fire if we wanted to get to the...
Is there room to go around?
I'm sorry? Oh.
Is there room to go around the statue? Or
No, it's kind of blocking up the hallway.
Oh, okay. I'd definitely be interested in at least taking a closer look at that door.
Okay. You guys go over to this statue. I'll say you can like look around it to see the door, but you can't necessarily. You'd have to climb around it, squeeze through real thin, which you can do if you want.
I'd squeeze through.
Okay. Torn, you go ahead and squeeze through the gap. I don't think I need to make you roll for that. Yeah, you can squeeze through. So you squeeze through, you see that this door has 3 spaces on it. They almost look like holes. There's a little metallic thing in each of these holes. You kind of feel it, and it doesn't feel like it's unstable or anything. It just seems like it's part of the door. Like there's 3 gaps. The door is very heavy duty. It's made out of some sort of metal. You push against it, you try to slide it, nothing you do seems to budge.
Dang it, you made this thing not with a normal lock, so I can't pick it.
Yeah, you don't see any doorknob, you don't see any lock, nothing.
Well, there's this door here that they got some recesses on it. Or is it recesses or are they like protruding?
No, yeah, there are recesses, and then there's a little like metal straw-looking thing like in the bottom center of them all. But those are affixed to the door. You can't.
And based on my deduction as a runner, and a avid reader, I would say, we need to find 3 objects to put in the store in order to open it.
Is that
A staircase?
What?
What are you
behind the
talking
door? I mean, we really just need to find a way out, right?
Can we see through the door?
No, there are no gaps.
I think we should look down some of the other tunnels and see if we can find a staircase.
I second that.
So 3 objects. What kind of objects?
What shape did you say they were?
They're like circular.
They look like circles. I know shapes.
I mean, our Wayfinder is kind of circular. Will that fit?
What did you say?
Will the Wayfinder fit?
Yeah, it would be small enough that you could put it in.
If we put it in, are we going to be able to get it back out?
Who knows?
Maybe we should look around before we put our Wayfinder inside the door.
Yeah, I would say that's a wise idea. I'm gonna crawl back around the statue. And do these statues have like a specific like race? Like, are they human, dwarf?
I won't make you roll. They look dwarven, which
Okay.
is to be expected given Cardol is mostly comprised of.
Okay, good to know.
Okay, so you guys step back from the statue and go back into the main room. From the central area of the main room, you can see a little bit further down some of these hallways. So I will clear more things for you. Alright, so you look down specifically the hallway to the east. You see a big luminarite chunks as are stretched throughout most of this. You see more of these dragon head statues against the wall. You see a lever on the ground. Big honkin' lever there. Looking down the hallway to the south, you see a ginormous luminarite chunk right smack dab in the middle of the room. You see another lever, and you also see a little wooden crate, maybe a little chest. Looking down the final hallway south again, you see another one of the statues, another one of the dragon heads, and then part of a desk or a table or something in that final room. So you guys are back in the central room.
I'd like to go investigate the lever on the right.
I'm interested in the levers.
Levers, okay. So Boo's going right. Haley's going right. Are you all going with them? Are you splitting up?
I will go to the room, the left southern entrance.
Okay. Banner's going this way.
I'll follow.
I will light a torch as well.
Okay. You light a torch and go down the south, and I will start with you, Banner. So you go down into this left southern room, and you can see the full room now. So in this room, you're coming in from the north. There is a statue just to your left of a dragon head against the wall. There is a wooden statue of a dwarf in the left corner as you're facing into the room. On the far side, you also see a table with 2 chairs around it, and then a lever on the far right corner. What do you want to do?
Is this just like a table that's just legs and a tabletop, or is it like got drawers?
Nope, just legs and a tabletop.
I'm gonna go to the statue, and is there any discernible difference? Like, are each of these statues taking different poses?
No, they look pretty similar.
Um,
You can investigate this one if you want, see if there's any differences from the first, though.
Sure, I will investigate.
Roll me investigate.
That is a non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20. You take a peek at this statue, you kind of poke it around, you kind of, I don't know, you describe how you look at it.
I mean, like, if possible, I'm gonna kind of do a 360 around the statue. I'll kind of, like, poke it and see if anything is, like, movable.
Okay. You poke it with your, what's your weapon again?
I use daggers and a short sword.
Okay. You kind of poke it with your short sword.
I would say I do it with a dagger because I'm not because I feel like if something is loose, I try prying it off with the dagger.
Okay. Because you're not a scaredy cat. You don't need no 3-foot pole to hit this statue with. Okay, so you take your dagger and you kind of tickle it with the dagger a little bit, and it doesn't react. But you just have a weird feeling about these statues. Why do they look so similar? Why are there so many of them around here? What is going on here? So you try again with the dagger. This time a little bit harder. It still doesn't do anything. But you are just not convinced. So you take one final stab at this thing, and you just slam your dagger into the leg of this statue, and the statue's mouth opens very briefly, like in a flash, and then it's closed again. And if you hadn't been testing it so thoroughly, you would have sworn it was just your imagination, but that statue definitely just moved.
Guys.
Come running over.
Also roll damage on that.
Okay, so on the dagger dexterity.
There we go.
That's 7 damage.
Okay.
And at that point, I back away, draw the short sword to dual wield.
Okay. You back up into the hallway. The rest of you guys are coming over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am.
The statue has resumed not appearing to move. The rest of you don't notice anything odd.
What's wrong?
These statues are alive.
It doesn't look very alive.
I walk into the room, and I'm like, these statues are just all over the place, and it doesn't really make sense. They aren't flanking doors, or seem like they're intentionally placed. Especially the one in front of the door. That's such a weird place to put a statue. And so I'm checking it out, and I stab it in the leg with a knife, and its mouth opens, and it's shut again. It's weird, but this thing is alive.
DM, is there such a thing as robots or automatons in this world?
Roll me a history check. Oh, 18, okay. Pretty good. Yes, there are. You have never seen one. Nobody you know has ever seen one. But you've heard legends. You've heard rumors of a very, very, very long time ago of some sort of robot, animated stone golem metal something being used for war in the past. This does not look like anything any of the legends described, though. The statue in front of you seems just odd. You don't have any historical connections.
I grip my staff a little tighter and I kind of shuffle away from it warily. Just because it moves doesn't mean it's alive.
Fair point. It's animated. I don't even know, but it moved.
What did you say you did to make it move?
I stabbed it in the leg.
So, do it again.
Now let's hold on here. Are we sure we want this to be our first and second impression on these things that might be alive?
Not alive.
We don't
That might be aware.
You want to try talking to it then?
It can't hurt to try, at least.
Well, be my guest.
I'm not
What do you
exactly sure what to say. I just think it could be a good idea.
Does it
Mr.
even
Wood-
matter?
Are you alive?
You're talking to it, Banner?
Yeah.
Okay. It does not respond.
Can't we just go in the other rooms and look for a way out?
I am far too intrigued by this place now to just want to leave.
Well, while we're in here, we might as well check this lever. That's what we're doing. We were going to do in the other room. I'm gonna go over to the lever.
Okay. It is a very large lever. It's probably 4 feet high, sticking out of the ground. It is flipped one way. It seems that you could push it the other way if you.
Everyone be on the ready. I'm not sure what might happen when I flip this. I'm gonna grab hold of it and look to make sure everybody's ready, and then I'm gonna switch it the other way.
Okay. You switch the lever. Roll initiative, everybody.
Okay.
Cue the fight music. What is the name of your character? Gaius, that's right. Initiative, you said? Ugh,
Initiative.
that's a 10 for me. That's bad.
Okay.
I should have just stabbed the statue while I had the chance.
You did.
I mean, like, again, like, stab it in the throat.
Maybe if you hadn't, then this wouldn't be an issue.
So, as you flip the lever, the statue definitely moves, and it turns to face. We'll say it turns to face Banner. Pretty close in front of it, right across the hall. Down the hallways, you hear echoes of more movement.
Turn the lever back.
Can I try and do that, or it's not my turn?
Whose turn is it? Let me see. Sort. It is one of the statues' turns. Which?
May I say, though, that the first time I rolled, I did get a 17.
It's true.
The first time you rolled, you got a 7. Oh, whichever roll was higher, I'll take, because that was just a...
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got a 17
fluke.
the first time.
Okay, then I will change you to 17. Where are you?
Behind
next to
me.
Fink.
Currently,
No, I mean, where are you in the turn order?
nowhere.
Oh, yeah, she left.
It still didn't add you?
But it did, but now she's gone.
Roll initiative again, Megan. I'll change it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It just doesn't want me to fight. I'm not built for this.
Why is it doing that? Okay, there, I see you.
14.
I know, I'll give you 17. We'll sort.
Oh, where did you just go, Ben?
Okay, so Meg, it is your
Oh.
turn first.
I will pull the lever.
Can you make it? Let's see. You can. So you're going to move over to the lever and pull it.
Yes.
Okay. You move to the lever, you yank it, and all the statues creak and stop.
So we're not flipping any more levers.
Agreed. I would like to... Are we out of combat now?
Yes.
Can I just, like, take some time to get in the right position, cleave this thing's head off? Does anyone happen to have a hacksaw? Swords are
I
not
storm
really
off.
made
I do
for
not.
chopping wood. Okay, then. So I'm going to take my short sword and just literally try to just coup de grace, chop its head off.
Okay, I'll give you advantage since you're like prepping and getting in a good spot.
That's a natural 20, baby.
Alright, roll me damage twice.
Righty. And since I get... Do I get sneak attack since I have advantage? That's like, if you have advantage, you get sneak attack. Do I get sneak attack on this?
No, it saw you come in.
It's not... Yeah. Yeah.
I think you can roll
I'll
crit
s-
damage straight from the roll you already did. I see it in the chat
you
there.
You get an extra 1d6 if you have advantage on the roll. That's what
But-
sneak attack says.
You're not sneaking. You're not sneak attacking.
Fine. Okay. That's 11 damage.
Okay.
Oh, so much more.
You get a great hit in on this thing, and you deal 11 damage to it. Its head is like only hanging on by 25% of the wood that's there. Like it's hanging on for dear life. As you attack it again, you clearly see its face move, and this time it's not too keen on, or it's not too interested in maintaining that it's a statue. So it kind of thumps its pike on the ground, and you hear movement from the other chambers again. As the statue re-engages, I'm gonna keep all your rolls from last time. The lever next to you guys, it flips back the way as if you had pushed it again, and all the statues are in combat. You are re-engaged. Let's see. So it is statue's turn. Which one? Oh, the one in the room with you. Fantastic. Statue is going to definitely try to hit Banner. It's going to try to just fall straight down on you. Oh, that'd be 11 to hit.
Nope.
Yikes. Somehow it misses you. You are like wrapped around its neck with your legs. Like you just did this attack with your sword and you're like hanging onto it and it falls, but you like tilt it as it's falling so it falls on its side instead of on you. And it is now laying prone on the ground.
Kill it, kill it!
I'm gonna make a little prone thingy. Where would I? Sure, we'll say this is... Okay. Gaius.
I'm gonna run over. Surely I can make there. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna run over to the prone statue, grab that chair that's next to it, and just swing it over my head and bash it down onto the statue.
Banner, how does he do that? Stat-wise?
Improvised weapon. So basically you kind of one of two ways of doing this. There's like categorizing improvised weapons as their own weapon, or just using the closest weapon type. So like this, I would say would be like a great club, which I think deals a D8 of damage. Just a wooden chair that you're beating someone to death with. Roll that deals a D8 damage.
Okay, we'll do improvised weapons. Let me check the rule here. Improvised weapon. Rule definition. Improvised weapon. 1d4 of any type of damage. So we'll say like bludgeoning damage. So you can roll me a d4, Bowie.
1.
Oh, okay. You are full of energy and you run over, pick up this chair and swing at it, but you are so full of energy that only the leg of the chair hits this thing and it just like chips off a tiny wood.
No, he rolled damage. He didn't roll an attack.
Oh, that was a 1 to hit?
And Bowie, no, that was
I just rolled a d4.
Yeah, so Bowie, you get advantage. So you
Yeah,
roll
you should get
D20.
advantage.
Add your strength to the roll.
So I roll a d20.
You roll 2.
So yeah, you roll again with a d20.
Does it do my advantage? I think I'd just do it from here.
Yeah, you can just roll a d20 twice if you'd rather.
Okay, that's not with my any strength.
Oh,
it
no.
added them.
Okay,
Well,
you
can
got a
see what
19
they
and a
did.
14, so you hit. Now roll me a
Okay.
d4 for damage.
2.
Okay. So you hit it with 2 legs of the chair and 2 little wood slices come off. This thing's not looking very good. Fink.
I'd like to take a bonus action.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I'll do an unarmed strike. You know, the neck we've been chopping through. So I'm going to just have a nice karate chop straight down and try and snap through the neck.
Okay, roll attack with advantage.
You can make an unarmed strike. Oh, this. Boom. Maybe. Did that roll? There it
Yep,
goes.
16, that is a hit.
Okay.
3 damage, okay. So you are not happy with the 2 legs of the chair hitting this thing that you were trying to kill. So you take your fist and you drive it straight through this thing's neck, snapping its head cleanly off at a chunky wood sounds bound. This thing has fallen apart and it stops moving.
Nice. Now I'm done.
That would be Torrent's turn.
no, it's
Oh, sorry, Fink. Yeah, I forgot.
she doesn't need to go.
Yeah, she doesn't need.
I would like to run over to the lever and attempt to re-flip the lever.
Yes.
Okay. So you run over to the lever and you flip it. It just flips straight back. You can't. Oh, I'm sorry. You try to push it and it won't budge the other way.
Can I roll a strength check on that?
No. Okay. So just behind the curtain a little bit here. The lever activates the statues. You've now killed one of the statues. They know that you're there. They're angry with you. They're not gonna let you shut them off. It's not like an on-off switch. It's like wakey switch. They're already wakey'd.
Fine. Well, guys, I think we better prepare. More are probably coming. We saw at least 3 others.
Are we out of combat right now?
No.
Should we barricade the doorway with this desk?
And do what? We'll just be stuck in here.
We probably have a range advantage over them.
I mean, if we can funnel them down this hallway and use the desk as like a shield, some cover, and we can aim around it and fire at these guys from a distance as they come down this corridor, maybe.
We can land a hit and dart back. They aren't that mobile, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, how much experience did we get last round or last
You should be at 40.
Was it only 40? Oh yeah, because it was split up.
That's what I'm at.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in here. I think we can just They're far away enough from each other. We can just go out and get each one. Or we could all split up and...
Don't like splitting up. I think if we're in here, it's 4 against 1 with this hallway funneling. I don't like changing those odds.
I say
She
we
just
let
kind
him
of
come to
crosses
us.
her arm.
It is your turn, Meg, so you can do whatever you want.
Her turn.
Yep.
No, it's
Oh, it's Fink's turn. Never mind. I keep getting you guys mixed up.
Got a while before me.
I think I've probably said my piece and done my turn, so...
Are you doing anything? I'll let you talk, but are you gonna do anything?
I will prep a sacred flame if one of them comes down that hall.
Okay. Are you going over to stand near the hallway, or are you staying where you're at?
I moved 25 feet and I only get 30 feet of movement, so I can move, like, here.
Okay. So you move a little bit closer to the hallway. You're still way closer to the lever, which is opposite of the hallway. You've got most of the room left to go. It is now Torin's turn. Wait, how is it Torin's turn?
You tried to skip him, or skip me.
But Torin already went.
because
No,
he started.
He
I
started. That's right.
started.
Okay.
I basically restarted combat, so I'm still in the order.
Yeah.
I have flasks of oil. How much is a flask? So like, would I just be able to take like a flask or two and dump it into the hallway so that it's covering the floor?
Yes, you can do that.
So I'm gonna walk into like kind of hold on. I'm moving like halfway down the hallway, so like 10 feet, 15 feet into the hallway, and dump a flask of oil onto the ground. And my torch is it still lit, would you say?
Yeah. Yeah, you said you lit it, so it is still lit.
Okay, so then I'm going to... Would you count pouring the flask out as an action?
Probably, yeah, you'd have to take them out of your pack and then empty them on the hall.
Ooh. Okay, then I'm going to move back into the room is the last thing I'm going to do.
Okay. So you go into the center of the hallway, pour some oil from your flasks, and then you retreat back in. It is now one of the statue's turn, so you hear creaking down the hallway. You can't tell exactly where it's coming from. You hear something getting slightly closer. It's the other statue's turn, so you hear more creaking. Nascor.
So Banner just dumped some oil on the ground.
Correct, in the hallway.
Is it on fire?
No.
I would like to change that. I'm gonna slap my produce flame.
Okay.
Is it possible for me to say something before you do that, or would I not be able to catch you quick enough?
Yeah, I'll usually let you talk.
Hang on. If we light it too early, we have to assume these creatures are, or whatever they are intelligent, and they'll just wait at the end of the hall and won't come in. We'll be trapped here.
Thank you. As soon as you did that, I was like, no.
Wait until they're in the oil, then we light it.
In that case, I'm gonna look around and see if there's like, if there's any place I could like kind of clamber into, like a little alcove or something, especially that's not on one of the inner walls of the chamber, so I don't feel like I'm as much inside the room. Like if there was a wall along the hallway or something that had a little space I could climb into.
Okay, yeah, we can say there's kind of a small, just like a recess into the wall that you're able to kind of stand in. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep getting these guys confused. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, so you go over and you're sort of like halfway in the wall. It's not like hiding you where they can't see you, but you're able to stay out of the way of the oil, kind of within this little recess in the wall.
And you can ready an action and set parameters of when that action activates.
I'd like to like prepare my to like throw my produce flame at the oil when the first statue steps into it.
Okay, you can do that. That statue is dead, so I'll remove it from turn order. Gaius.
Is the statue that we killed, is the spear still intact?
Yes, but it is made out of wood, and it is woodified in this boy's hand.
Oh.
Boy? I murdered a boy?
I murdered a baby boy!
A wee lad?
In that case, I'll just leave it alone. I'll go, like, just around the corner of the hallway, so like I can peek around the corner and see if they're coming in, but I'm still in the room.
Okay. All right. You are peeking. Are you preparing anything or just watching?
I'll just watch.
Okay. Think.
Okay. I will move back to where I can see down the hallway, and I'll just keep prepping that sacred flame to launch down the hall at the first guy I see come around the corner.
Okay.
Not at the oil, because it's not an actual flame.
Right. Okay. So you guys are both preparing fireball. Torin.
Fire.
A fire spell, whatever.
Okay, I'm going to. I don't have like anything that's ranged. I just realized that. I will. I guess just move behind Gaius against the wall so that I can kind of see out.
Okay.
Well, mostly hidden.
Alrighty. You continue to hear these statues moving ever slowly towards you. You can't see either of them yet. If you want to skip your turns and just let them come, I will let you do that. But otherwise, it is Nazgor's turn.
You'll
yeah,
have
I will just,
re-ready your.
yeah, I mean, I guess I'll do that. And while I wait, I'm just gonna kind of like be closing my eyes, taking deep breaths.
Okay. Guys, you want to do anything?
No, I'll just hold here.
Think.
I'm just holding.
Torin.
Actually, I'm going to come stand in front of. I'm going to move around, Gaius. Stand in the center of the hallway, like just right at the where the hallway starts in our room, so that I'm not standing in the oil, but just enter like a power stance.
Okay.
Just very theatrical, kind of making them aware that I'm here, so that they make a move. And
Okay.
I'm going to the dodge action. So basically, just attacks get a disadvantage on me.
Okay. Alrighty. Then it is the statue's turn. They both move. They are very close. They're kind of trudging through this oil. They get probably a little over halfway through the oil, both of them.
Oh gosh, that's...
So they are very close right now. It is Nascor's turn, and you have a spell prepared. Or I'm sorry, you had a spell prepared. So actually, because you had a spell prepared, as soon as they get in the oil, you can choose to take an action if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm gonna fling my produce flame at the oil.
Okay. You fling your flame. Just roll me to hit, just so it doesn't miss wildly.
Sure. Take a. What is a magic action? I think I got it.
Okay.
What'd you roll? Oh, well, that's definitely gonna hit. So you correctly aim your fireball. It's right next to you, so I would hope that you would. And light the entire oil thing on fire. These guys are going to take 1d8 of fire damage, but that's going to be doubled because they are wood and thus do not like fire very much. So roll me a d8 with advantage, and we'll have you do it. Well, I'll just have it apply to both of them. You can roll me 1d8.
4.
Okay, 4. So we're going to double that damage, and that's going to be 8 fire damage against both of them. So they do not seem to like that at all. You notice that there are only 2 of them. The statue that was blocking that big metal door, you don't see that one. So these guys are not liking the fire. Think you also had a spell prepared. Are you wanting to do anything?
I will launch it at the left one.
The left one?
Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Actually, they have to make a dex. There we go. Yeah, dexterity saving throw.
Okay. The one on the left. Oh, that would be a. Wait. Oh, okay. They didn't roll on that one. They rolled a 2, which went down to 1. So
Okay.
they are definitely gonna be hit. 8. Oh, 8 times 2 is 16. You throw a fireball. What is it?
It's radiant damage.
What's the spell called?
Sacred flame, but
Sacred
it's radiant damage.
So you shine this blinding, almost flaming light at this thing, and it hits it square in the face, and it is looking horrible. It's like melting in the fire as it's standing there. Now, Banner, Nascor gets to move, right? Even though she just
So
had the prepared spell go.
the prepared spell
Is
is
her turn?
like basically it lets you use that outside of your turn.
Yeah, it overrides it. Okay, so Cora, it is your turn again.
Can I just hit them with more fire? Okay, I'll do
Yeah, you can try.
that. How about a natty 20?
Woo! Which one are you hitting? You should have said this earlier, but I'll let it slide.
You know, whichever one.
You want to hit the stronger one, Pry. The one that has more health right now. You hit the one... Well, they are the same, but one of them has less health because Haley hit the left one. So, you want to hit the weaker one or the stronger one? The one with more health or less?
The stronger.
Okay. So
The stronger one.
roll me damage with the crit.
Alright.
This damage quadrupled.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of damage. In chat, you can
So
hit
how many? I
crit
roll.
damage. On the roll that you just did, hit crit damage.
I roll just. Okay.
Yeah, in chat.
Oh, I didn't realize you could do that.
Uh-huh. Okay, 3, but that's not going to matter. You get you hit the crit damage with that? Or just damage?
Yeah.
So you're gonna roll it again. Oh no, she
I
didn't
rolled-
roll.
Crit damage and it
you
rolled
got a
2
1
dice.
plus 2. That's too bad. But that doubles to 6. So you throw another produce flame in this guy's face. This one is also just burning. They are looking horrible. They are not having a nice day right now. Gaius.
I'm going to check range real quick. Yeah. I'm going to use poison spray.
Okay.
Well, step around Torin, I suppose, first, and then use poison spray.
Okay.
On, we'll say, the right one.
Okay.
Here's to hit.
13, I believe that hits. Check. That does indeed hit. Roll me damage.
Alright.
Can you read the description of that spell too?
Yeah, let me go get it. You spray toxic mist at a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On a hit, it takes 1d12 poison damage.
Okay, so pretty basic. So you spray it, you said on the one on the right?
Yeah.
Okay. This thing, it's covered in oil, it's flaming, and now acid is just dripping down its body. It looks like it would fall apart on its own if you didn't finish it off very, very soon. Is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Think. These poor statues. I did not expect you to do the oil thing. This is awesome.
They're both hurting pretty bad.
Yeah. The one with the acid on it looks slightly worse, which is the one on the right, but they both...
I will attempt another Sacred Flame on the left-hand one.
Okay.
That's my guy. I'm just going for him.
You're just destroying him.
Okay, dexterity saving throw.
Oh, dexterity. These things are not very dexterous, gotta say. That would be a 14.
That does save, so it takes no damage.
Okay. You hurl this spell at it, but it is like toppling down into the flames. It's like kind of falling almost, and it goes right. Torin.
I'm gonna hold the post.
All right.
I'm not gonna do anything.
Okay. You are gonna redo your dodge action.
Yeah.
Okay. The statue on the right. I assume moving through fire would do another d8 of damage. So I'm gonna roll. Does that sound right, Banner? As you move through a obstacle?
Yeah.
Okay. That's gonna be 10 fire damage. So it's walking closer. It is almost to the edge, and as it's about to reach the edge, the entirety of its body dissolves, and there's just charred nothing on the ground left standing. The other statue is going to do the same thing. Let's see if it can survive the fire. No, it can't. Same fate for that one. They're about to reach you. They're like extending their arms and their pikes, trying to hit the one closest to them, which would be Nascor. And right before they do, it just dissolves into nothing. You guys have defeated the statues and are out of combat. I think that's also going to be a good stopping point for tonight. I'll have you do this. So you wait a few minutes, kind of catch your breath, let the fire die out, and as the fire dies out, you go back to the central room. Oops, don't move the whole map. You go back to the central room.
Before I go anywhere,
Okay. Yeah.
I kick Torin in the shin really hard.
Oh, what was that for?
Roll damage.
You can
Kill
if
him.
you want.
Why not? I don't know what to roll.
Do you want to hurt him?
Yeah. I mean, how much
Okay.
damage
Roll a
can I
1d4.
possibly do with a
Roll me a d4.
3?
If you so help me. 3?
Yeah.
That's so much. I'm dead, guys. I'm gone.
That's all
he
you got.
had.
Okay, you kick him really hard. Do you say anything to her?
No. What was that for?
She just, like, glares at you. Don't pull any more levers.
I wasn't the one who pulled the lever.
I'm going to ignore the fact that I pulled the lever.
It's too
Yeah,
late.
Tor.
You kicked him. Okay, well, that's that, I suppose. So as you guys are standing...
Gaius will interject.
Okay.
And be like, I was the one to pull the lever, but that was a group decision.
Well, he was
However,
the one
the
who
kick-
woke them up.
That is true.
I feel the kick was still deserved for our introduction to them stabbing him in the leg. That pulling the lever might have been fine if we hadn't done that.
You guys arrive back to the central room, and you look down the hallway. The final wooden statue, the big one that's kind of standing right in front of that metal wooden door, hasn't budged. It's not coming for you or anything. You see just past it, though, a slight glow. You get a little bit closer to it, and you just like peeking around the side of the statue, you see that in one of the circular recesses in this thing, spouting from the little metal straw looking thing at the bottom of it, is a flame. One of the 3 recesses has been lit. And that's where we're going to end for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed. This was a really fun one to plan, and we've got more coming in this little spooky, mysterious place. So I hope you did enjoy. I have been Nerdy Birdie, your DM, and we'll start from the youngest to say our goodbyes.
I'm Megan, and I played Core.
I'm Banner, and I played Torin.
I've been Michael as Gaius.
And I'm Haley, and I played Fink.
Thank you all so much for listening. Make sure you like or subscribe or whatever Spotify lets you do. IDK. Have a great one. Bye. Happy Merry Hanukkah.
Good one, Jen.